Amy Jackson started her career with red carpets and tiaras, winning the title of Miss Teen World in 2010. It was shortly after that she was cast in Madrasapattanam, and as they say, the rest is history. The Indian audiences fell in love with Amy across the board, from Tamil and Hindi to Telugu. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the beautiful Amy Jackson. Lovely as always. So ladies and gentlemen, next I'd like to invite another core member of the 2.0 team. Composer, singer-songwriter, producer, musician, movie maker, a man just not of many talents but a man of great vision as well. He has several accolades to his credit, including 2 Academy Awards, Grammy Awards, a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, in addition to numerous other awards and nominations. His melodies have carved a special place for themselves in all of our hearts. Please welcome on stage the one and only Rahman. Next up, director Shankar is one of India's biggest film directors and producers, with Filmfare Awards and Tamil Nadu State Awards to his credit. A name synonymous with innovation and excellence, he's also known as the director who brought international film technicians into Indian movies. It's no surprise that his films have gone on to become some of the highest grossing Tamil films of all time, including of course his magnum opus Indiran the Robo, a milestone achievement in his fabulous journey. So ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for director Shankar. Well, it's certainly a powerhouse of talent up on the stage this afternoon. Next, I'd like to welcome a special someone. He's an actor, producer, martial arts expert, and considered to be one of the most bankable stars of Bollywood, having appeared in over 100 Hindi films. Box Office India has listed him as one of the most successful actors in the history of Indian cinema. And ladies and gentlemen, we don't just speak in the abstract sense. He was the first and only Bollywood actor whose net box office collection had cost rupees 2,000 crore. You know what I'm talking about? Make some noise for Akshay Kumar. Next up, we have producer Subhash, also an important cog in the 2.0 machine. Subhaskaran Aliraja is a self-made billionaire, telecom giant, philanthropist, and of course, lover of the arts. He established the Leica Group, which now dominates markets across the world in technology and cinema. A big round of applause for Mr. Subhaskaran. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is one seat that's still empty on this stage. So finally, something tells me you know what's coming next. What can I say? He is not just an actor, he is considered nothing less than a god amongst his legion of fans. He made his debut in Tamil cinema in the 70s and reigned in the 90s with the most successful number of releases. To make a long story short, it was one blockbuster after the other, with his films gaining cult status, making him a demigod for his fans, and well, not just in India. We also soon realized that the director Shankar and superstar Rajinikanth combo was a deadly one. After Shivaji the Boss, the duo teamed up once again for a techno thriller Indira, and the next stage of that story unfolds today. He has won several awards, he's a star, he's a legend, and he's certainly a man of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage, superstar Rajinikanth! Once again, a very warm welcome to everybody present here this morning. I'm sure all of you all have a lot of questions for our stars on stage. So I'm sort of going to start us off, and I think I will start with Shankar, sir. The first important question to you. Good morning, sir. Maybe you can start by telling us a little bit about what is so special about 2.0 that sets it apart from other movies, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
2.0, the premise is new, the message is new, the format is new, I believe, and doesn't look like our Indian movies. It looks like almost a Hollywood movie. It's science, socio-fiction thriller.
Alright, thank you so much, sir. Well, my next question is for Mr. Rahman. Rahman, sir, I know we've listed out all of your accolades, at least some of them this morning. Oscars, Academy Awards, Grammys. What does it feel like to be part of a Tamil film, as Shankar sir said, of international standards?
I've been doing from his first movie, and I've seen him evolve. And he's a new person. He's adapted all his modern techniques, yet has the soul of what the story wants to say. And my experience, not only in India but abroad, I want to bring those experiences and combine with what I already have and give it to this movie.
Thank you, sir. Well, we're definitely excited to see what you have in store for us, and you will get a sneak peek of that tomorrow. Now my next question is for Mr. Akshay Kumar. Of course, I think this is a question that all of the audience would want to ask you. Good afternoon. So the big question, which is your first ever Tamil film. We're super excited about this. Tell us a bit about what made you take up this project, and you're playing the anti-hero in this one as well.
I would like to say it's not a Tamil film. It's an Indian film.
It's an Indian film, absolutely.
Well, what I was supposed to say, Shankar sir, is already now answered. So, yeah, I'm playing an anti-hero, but it's been an honor getting beaten up by Rajni sir. It's a very different experience I have while doing this film. As I always say, Shankar sir I worked with, he's not a director, he's a scientist. The kind of movie he's made this, it is unbelievable what he wants to say through his movie.
Because of my contract, I can't speak much.
Otherwise, I would love to tell you guys the whole story. It is still here. It is still my tongue. I mean, it's just they would cut my reputation if I say much. So I'd rather keep my mouth shut at the moment.
Super, we don't want to get you into trouble, so thank you so much for saying what you're allowed to say. Next, I'm going to move on to Amy. So, Amy, I mean, you're used to watching Hollywood films. You know, you grew up with that sort of type of movie. So, tell us a bit about what was this experience like working on this film?
Well, good morning, everybody. And the experience was unbelievable. And I think we have our director to thank for the fact that he's brought a Hollywood crew to India and shot with the creme de la creme of the Indian film industry. Superstars and Rajinikanth and Akshay, and obviously our maestro here. So thank you, sir, for bringing everybody together. And obviously our great producer, Laika. And I think that's one of the main reasons it is on the Hollywood standard, because the crew is from all over the world and they're the best of the best. We have Ray, who's a pioneer in 3D. And the film has been shot in 3D itself, which makes it very different. So I think it's a real treat for the audience.
Super. Thank you so much, Amy. I'm guessing you also can't tell us too much, so we'll allow you. So, Amy, you bring me to my next question. We definitely want to talk to producer Subhash sir. So, I'm just letting the media know that on behalf of the media, I will put forth questions to Subhash sir and, of course, to Rajini sir. So, Subhash sir, we know that you are a big supporter of the arts. This is something that is widely known. So, what is it that made you go for this specific project?
Movies. What can I say? My passion. And I like the script after speaking to Shankar. And also, more than anything, I love to be associated with the legends. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. As Amy also said, we have the creme de la creme of the Indian movie industry sitting on this stage today. And of course, one quick question to superstar Rajinikanth. So, sir, after, yeah, sure, why not a round of applause, right? So, after many, many decades of superstardom, after being a part of many, many hits, what does it feel like to be a part of this film that is truly going to put India on the global map?
Actually, I've been in the industry for 4 decades, so for that really all credit goes to God and people's love. I should be thankful to producer Subhash Karan and director Shankar sir to cast me in this India's prestigious highest budget picture. It is really going to be India's prestigious picture. After the release of the picture, definitely the people of India, not only in India, even the overseas also, they will appreciate 100%. I have that confidence. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will now open the floor to questions. As I'm sure all of you are super excited and have a lot of things that you want to know about 2.0, so I will request everyone to keep the questions relevant to today's main topic. So, on that note, if you have a question, please raise your hand. I suppose we'll have a microphone brought to you. And we have a lady right here with a question. We'll just have a microphone brought to you in a second, and do introduce yourselves. Thank you so much. And yes, we take our first question.
Hi, my name is Aarti from Harish Times. Rajini sir, what an honor to see you. And Akshay, my question is for you. Can you take us through the process of getting into this character and especially your look?
What did I do to get into this
Yeah.
character? I didn't do anything. I just heard the subject, I went on the set, and a lot of things my makeup did, and I just, maximum I did, I just learned my lines and I just performed, and that's it. Because I've been lucky that my director had done so much of homework and I didn't need to. He had already got into the skin of the character before me. And so he helped me, and I didn't have to actually try anything. It was a piece of cake for me while I was performing this whole character. So I didn't do anything, to be honest.
How many hours did it take to get into
it? It took me about 3.5 hours and to put it on, and 1.5 hours to get it on.
Hi Akshay and hello Rajni sir and Rahman ji. I'm actually Richa and I want to ask so you're playing this.
Hi, could we have you just ask that question on the microphone? I didn't get your name.
Hi, I'm Richa from Tellife. Hello Akshay. Hello Rajni sir. Hello Rahman ji. I want to ask my question to Akshay and I want to know your look is very fierce in the movie. So you're playing a negative role. How was the experience?
The experience was how will the experience of a negative character be? Okay. The experience was it was amazing. सुबह उठता था, मार खाने चले जाता था. I don't know what experience was it. It was great. It was enjoyable. It was so much fun. I have never done something like this. It's been a pleasure working in this whole. Except it was very hot.
I can leak something. He's not seen the movie. I've seen the movie. I think it's played some beautiful role, a part of that. And I think the first time I ever seen him in that kind of a role. It's very, very beautiful.
I would just also say it's a very rare role to do. It's a very rare role to do. I have never come across anybody doing a role like this. To be honest, I'm just I'm being bold enough and telling you this. I've never come across anybody doing a role like this. I am so thankful to my producer, to my director, and Rajni sir, and Rahman to give me a role to even think that I could perform in this role. And that's all I can say. Thank you.
Okay, I think we should have the mic passed on this side, so let's give this side a chance. A lot of eager ladies in the audience this morning.
Hi, this is Manjusha Radhakrishnan from Latvia's Tabloid. This question is addressed to the actors primarily, Rajinikanth and Akshay Kumar. What is the experience of working in a 3D as opposed to another one? Is it a lot more physically taxing? Or
I think about the 3D question, I would, if your permission is there, I would tell Shankar sir to speak about it because he will be much be able to tell us more about
the 3D makes the movie watching experience the most exciting one because you feel that you are there where the story is happening and you can see your stars so close to you, and this film demands that 3D technology. Once you see the movie, you will enjoy and you will realize the importance of 3D.
I think let's have our first gentleman for this morning ask a question. We just, there we go, there's a microphone making its way to you. The ladies gave you a chance, I suppose, so go ahead, take the chance.
Vanakkam Shankar sir. So my question is to you. Sir, making like you solid so 3D, so idukku appuram nariya producers வந்து 3D movies nariya make பண்ணனும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So do you think 2.0 will be a platform for the upcoming 3D movies, or 2.0 வந்து இதுக்கு பின்னாடி வர போற 3D movies ஓட future change பண்ணனும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
Definitely. The experience பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் audience will be wanting to see more 3D movies, and as an audience I am watching every week some 3D movie in IMAX. So when the Indian audience see this movie, they will be also wanting more of these kind of films, I believe.
Thank you.
வணக்கம், தினத்தந்தி அமெரிக்க பதிப்பு சாகர் பேசுகிறேன். சங்கர் சார், இப்போ 2.0 ஆல்ரெடி எந்திரன் ஒரு கான்செப்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, இட்ஸ் பிளாக் பஸ்டர். இப்போ நியூ கான்செப்ட் நீங்கள் இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஏன் ட்ரை பண்ணல? இது இந்த ஸ்கிரிப்ட் எப்படி திரும்ப நீங்கள் இனிஷியேட்டிவ் பண்ணி ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்க? இதுக்கு எப்படி உங்களுக்கு how it happen?
இப்போ வந்து பார்ட் 2 பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக அந்த படம் பண்ணலை. இவ்வளோ வருஷம் வெயிட் பண்ண ஒரு நல்ல கதை வரணுங்கிறதுக்காக. இன்னொன்று, இது வந்து எந்திரனுடைய எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் கிடையாது. இந்த கதை வேற ஒரு கதைக்களம். அதில் நமக்கு பரிச்சயமான கதாபாத்திரங்கள்லாம் வராது. இட்ஸ் டோட்டலி நியூ.
Okay, we have go ahead, sir.
Hi, my name is Arpit. I'm from 106.2 Big FM. My question is for Shankar, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, Akshay, sir, he's always been a protagonist in a lot of films. And imagining him as an antagonist or the villain in the film, how did that thought come that I had to cast Akshay in this film as an antagonist?
His character is not just antagonist. There is a lot of shades in that character. And he justified very well. And I felt he'll be very new because audience have not seen him in this kind of roles. So I felt he's very good for the character and he performed very well. And you can see a different Akshay sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi sir, வணக்கம். My name is Meena. I'm from Club FM. Sir, உங்களோட dialogue சொல்லணும் எனக்கு. தலைவரை ஒரு தடவை பார்த்தாலே 100 தடவை இல்ல 1000 தடவை பார்த்த மாதிரி.
Good job for us and ask the, you answered yourself with your dialogue. So thank you so much for that. Let's keep going.
Thank you. I represent the Malayalam radio station. So I have seen the poster. The world is not only for humans. And Rajni sir is a role model for many people across the globe. So what is your, in your perception, or what is the one human quality that everyone should possess? What is your
If it's okay with you, I'm going to interrupt here. This seems almost like a beauty pageant question, something Amy would have been used to answering in the past. So if we have a little time, we'll come back to your question shortly. We'll let our guests on the dais think about this very intense question for a little while longer. Speaking of Amy, does anybody have any questions for our beautiful leading lady this morning? I know everyone says actors, but that includes her as well. So I think the lady up front has a question for Amy. If we could pass a microphone to her. Thank you so much, ma'am. You can go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Mariam. My question is put across to our Amy Jackson. I wanted to know, how do you, you're from London, so how do you, act in languages, in terms of other languages? Is it difficult to get into character? And because there's a different way Indians emote, and so how do you get into character?
Well, I think cinema has no language for starters, and definitely working with Shankar for a second time. He's helped me a lot, he's taught me a lot for my whole career in that sense, not just for the language. But I think that, coming back to your question, 2.0, it's a very different character for me. As Akshay mentioned, it's a totally different ball game, and it's a very rare character to play, even my own. So I think I just got into the zone with a lot of help from the team, and I was ready for the challenge, so that's how I did it.
Thank you. And one more question, sir. We've been getting only one film a year, so when can we expect more films?
I think this is another one of those big questions, so we'll come back to answer this shortly, because I think it goes without saying that we love more films from superstar Rajinikanth. We all know that. So thank you so much for your questions. Do we have anything else from the side? Ma'am, please go ahead. We'll just, if you could stand up, we'll have a microphone brought right to you. Please do introduce yourself. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited, of course, everyone here is so excited to see all the stars on stage. My name is Mayan. I'm from Tamil 89.4 FM. I have more questions to ask to each one of you.
Okay, we'll start with one.
Yeah,
we'll go
I'll start with one. The first question is to Amy. So I just saw one note somewhere, one statement, like 10 days of practice you took for dance. So how was it? How was it to dance in front of 3D camera? What was that acting methodology?
How was it to dance with Mr. Rajini, sir? That was the real deal. I think that was the epic part of the whole song. But we had a beautiful tune, thanks to Rahman here, and it was easy in that sense. But dancing doesn't come naturally to me, so I had to prepare 10 days of practice in Chennai. We had a great choreographer, Bosco. He's my favourite, and the moves are excellent. His team are really helpful in that sense. But I think it was a whole collaboration of everybody. But yes, a lot of hard work had to go into it because it doesn't come naturally. Like a lot of the Indian girls, it's in their blood, but it's not for me.
Thank you so much.
I suppose you should be lucky she didn't ask for a demo.
No, wait for the song.
And one more question to Shankar sir. So, a few words about the selection of locations and stunt choreography by Kingpins.
Locations, we shot in Delhi, we shot in Chennai, we shot in Tirupur, and a lot of places I forgot, they're shooting for the past 1.5 years. And regarding Kenny Bates, this is larger than life actions are there in this movie, and I felt he'll be very apt to execute what I have in my mind. So he did a great job.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Karan Mukher and I am from 106.2 Big FM. My question is to Rahman sir. And before I ask my question, I want to say that I love you and we all love you so much. So my question is, every time your name comes on the poster or whenever it is associated with the film, the expectations are like really high. Please tell us something about the songs, how many songs are there and what should we expect, and I'm really excited to hear the album.
Thank you, very kind words. I mean, this whole team is an inspiration. Working with Rajini sir, he triggers a feel which is very natural, and then he filters everything. If I give around 100, he picks 2. So after a point, I lose judgment. I trust his judgment because all his songs are hits. So even now, I don't even know about music. I trust his judgment. And there are 3 songs. And we might write more songs for the movie once we do the background. And 2 will be released tomorrow. The next one will be released probably a couple of weeks later.
We're definitely all excited. I think the lady in front has been waiting a while to ask her question. Please go ahead. Yes.
Sit down and ask the topic, sir? Sir, talking in Tamil. Vanakkam sir, Rajini sir, உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் தான் கேள்வி இல்லை, நீங்க எனக்கு பதில் சொன்னா போதும் சார். I love you. அது மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு சொல்ல ஆசை இருந்தது. பட் கொஸ்டின் இது சங்கர் சார் இல்ல பாஸ்கரன் சார், நீங்க முடிவு பண்ணிக்கலாம் இது யாரு பதில் சொல்லணும். அர்னால்ட் ஷ்வார்ஸ்நெகரை நீங்க எடுக்கிறதா இருக்கீங்க படத்துக்கு. உங்கள இருந்து யாரு இதை ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ணது, ஏன் எடுக்கல, எந்த கதாபாத்திரத்துக்கு நீங்க அவங்கள சூஸ் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க சார்?
Shankar ஆன்சர் பண்ண பெட்டரா இருக்கும்.
See this film, Tamil is going to English. Okay. இந்த படம் வந்து ஒரு ஆங்கில படம் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். அதனால நீங்கள் ஏதோ ஆங்கில படம் காப்பியோ இல்லை அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நினைக்க வேண்டாம். ஃபார்மேட்ஸ் வந்து ஆங்கில படம் மாதிரி இருக்கும். அப்புறம் இதில் வர மெசேஜ் வந்து குளோபல் மெசேஜ். இதில் வந்து உலகத்தில் இருக்கிற எந்த பார்ட்டில் இருக்கிற ஒரு மனுஷனும் இந்த கதையோட கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். அப்படின்றதுனால தான் நாங்கள் வந்து அர்னால்ட் ஷ்வார்ஸ்நெகரை வந்து அப்ரோச் பண்ணோம். அவருக்கு இந்த ஸ்கிரிப்ட் பிடிச்சிருந்தது, நிறைய டாக்ஸ் போச்சு. ஃபைனலாக வந்து கான்ட்ராக்ட் போடும்போது சில விஷயங்கள் வந்து திங்ஸ் கேன் ஃபால் இன் பிளேஸ். ஸோ தென் we approached Akshay sir. He was really excited about this. About rest of the thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I think we have time for our last couple of questions. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dina Bhatti, and I was just wondering, what is the most unusual skill that you learned on set? This is for the actors. And Rajni, I'd love it if you could answer. I know you're a little shy, but I'd love to hear from you.
So would any of our stars like to field this question? Amy, Akshay, interesting skills that you picked up, something new working on the film?
Okay, one of the skills I picked up was from Rajini sir, and as you can see, he's very calm and very collected. And on set, he loves to, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, meditate, and that's one of the skills that I picked up from you, to meditate and relax. So that's one of the new ones.
Alright, sounds useful. Akshay, yourself?
I picked up the fact that to make a 3D movie is a very difficult job, and I hope people appreciate how much hard work the whole unit has gone through.
Alright, thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for your question. I think we have time for one last question. The lady at the back, if we could there we go. Hi.
Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome sir. Welcome Amy. Amy, this question is for you. How different is this role which you have played now compared to the other role which you have played previously?
How different was this role
is the
from the ones that you've done in the past?
How different is this role you are playing compared to the other role you played earlier?
It's
and how difficult is it? Is it difficult compared to the other movies, or you find it similar?
It's a very different script, and that's Shankar's storyline, and I think that's why it's different. It's something never seen before. As Sir mentioned, it's a science fiction story with a social aspect, so that's different. And my character is totally new and yet to be revealed. But a lot of hard work's gone in with the whole crew, and I think that's what makes it different and special.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, we're going to squeeze in two more questions quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Can we pass the microphone over to the two gentlemen on this side? Okay, if you have a loud voice, sir, go for it.
I'm expecting answer from both of you, Rajini sir and Shankar sir. We have seen Rajini sir feel like a superhero who is doing out of the world fights and everything. And while comparing to his personal life, when we see him off screen, he's like very calm. It's very down to earth. It's like just like one of us. And I just wonder how this contradiction happens. And I believe the directors like Shankar and all other directors play huge roles in this contradiction. I just want to know when we can expect, just like that normal Rajinikanth style of film, it's like a very calm character kind of film. Can we expect in near future, or how does this contradiction happen actually?
Very big question rolled into it.
See, if anybody shows Rajinikanth as Rajinikanth in the screen, no one likes it. And in off screen, I am simple because no one is paying off screen the same amount of acting off screen.
There you go. I hope you have your answer. I think we have one question. Okay, is there someone behind them? Because I think we have someone right in front who has a question. If we could have a microphone brought to him. Right in front here? Yeah, this gentleman's been waiting a while. Yeah, thank you so much. Go ahead.
We all know Rajni sir is one of the exceptional human being, one of the greatest human being we have in India. And since I come from Hindi film industry, I know Akshay also. He's one of the finest human being I know personally. He's such an amazing, great human being. But he's a great observer also. So today, my question to Akshay, since you're a great observer and keep learning from the people around, what is the few qualities you saw in Rajni sir which we might not know, and few of Subhas and also? Please tell us about this.
When I learned from Rajni sir, there are many things to learn from him. First of all, obviously, he's one of the most professional actor I've come across. The kind of commitment he has for his movies, for his way to look at even to the people, and so all these things put across, I learned a lot from him. I have sat down, I have joked around with him on sets, I have heard so much stories from him, and as everybody knows it, that he is such a down-to-earth person. Even after such a huge superstardom he's achieved, has become a legend, but still, that nothing has ever crossed his head, nothing has ever touched him. He's always the sweet, lovely human being, superstar Rajinikanth. So it's a thing to learn, how does he achieve that? How does he get that? What keeps him grounded? Well, I have to do another 5 films with him to learn more and more things from him. So I pray that I get many other films to do with him. And about Subhash sir, he's a very jovial man, he's very quiet, he doesn't speak, but trust me, he speaks a lot. And I would say what I learned from him is he has guts. He believes in his instinct. He believes what he sees, what he hears. And he puts his money in things which he trusts. And I think even as a successful businessman, it is because of his instinct. And even to get into a movie, such a huge budget film, it is his instinct which has taught him to get into it. And I pray that his instinct work all his way out, all his life.
Super. Thank you so much, and thank you to all of the members of the press for being with us this afternoon and asking all of those insightful questions. Let's give all of our celebrities on the dais a big round of applause, and I also think it's the perfect opportunity for a nice group photograph. This is a rare occasion. We have everybody in one place at the same time. So if we can have you all maybe step off the stage in front, on the stage or in front, or where would we like this? Okay, on the stage, but just in front. Okay, super. They're going to move the tables off. Great. We'll just give us a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set this up for the photograph that everyone has been waiting for, as we present to you the core team of the much-awaited 2.0. So we request a little bit of patience from all our friends from the press. We will give everybody a chance to take that photograph. So we'll start with the print media. You all can come forward for the picture, and then we'll give the videographers a chance to get the perfect shot. So videographers, just give us one moment. Thank you so much for your patience. Is that a round of applause? Is the nazar gone now? Alright, so thank you so much to all of the print media. If we can have you all let the videographers get their shot. If you all could take a seat or take a knee, whichever is comfortable for you. We're going to let the videographers get their shot. Yeah, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Once again, a big round of applause. It's been a milestone moment. Please just stay on and join us for refreshments. Thank you to all of our stars on the dais. We will let you all step off. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you all tomorrow at the audio launch of 2.0.